I have the exact same game saves on my Steam Deck and ROG Ally. On the Steam Deck, if I move the link character to a new spot, maybe somewhere next to this tree, then save the game. Now I move to my ROG Ally. If I load the latest save, the link character will appear at the same spot as on my Steam Deck. So my game save files are synced instantly between those two devices. It works the opposite way too. If I move the character to this new location, then save the game on my Ally. Next, on my Steam Deck, after I load up the latest save, the link will be at the same location as on my Ally. We can use this with any games or any files between multiple devices. So here I used my Android phone to take a picture, and the picture will be shared with my ROG Ally and Steam Deck instantly. All those functions are achieved by a software called Syncthing. Syncthing is not a cloud sharing service. It sends all your files from one device to another through your home Wi-Fi or internet. All your data is stored on your own device, so there are no concerns for the data leaking with the Syncthing, and it's completely free to use. I think Syncthing is an awesome software to sync any games that don't support cloud saving. Also, we can use it to transfer files between multiple devices. Here is the Syncthing user interface. It's pretty straightforward. To set up Syncthing on any device, it's pretty easy too. There are two scenarios to set up the Syncthing. The scenario A works for two devices. The only downside with scenario A is that you have to keep both devices running at the same time in order to transfer files between them. I have already made a video for setting up the scenario A year ago. In this video, we will mainly focus on scenario B. The scenario B is the optimal way to set up the Syncthing. It doesn't matter how many devices you are going to use. You can turn on and off any device at any time. There is no worry about data loss. The scenario B will require a center device. This center device could be a Windows PC, Linux system, Mac computer, or even an Android smartphone. And we need to keep this center device running at 24 hours and 7 days. This center device works just like a home server. Okay, let me quickly explain how it works here. Let's say you have a game save file A updated on your Steam Deck. This file A could be any file. Here I just use game save file as an example. The Syncthing will send the updated game save file A to the center device automatically at background. Then when you power on the other devices that are connected with the center device, the latest version of file A will be automatically updated on the other device. This process will repeat when you turn on any device that are linked to the center device. All the file updating process will happen at the background automatically. This file sync process will really beneficial for any games that don't support cloud save, and we can also use this to transfer files between each device. I hope the first few minutes of this video help you understand how the Syncthing works. Okay, in this video I will use my laptop as my center device to set up the Syncthing with my Steam Deck and ROG Ally step by step. Here I am going to set up my center device first. Okay, here is my laptop screen. First, we are going to install the Syncthing onto the center device. The Syncthing installation process will be same for all Windows devices. So I'm not going to show how to install the Syncthing on the ROG Ally since it's all Windows device. Okay, on any Windows device, just open the internet browser and search for SyncTracer. And then click this GitHub website here. And then click Release here. Now scroll down on this page. Then click SyncTracer Setup x64.exe. Download this file. Once the download is complete, just double click and open this file. Then click Next. And click Next. Here I will create a desktop shortcut. Then click Next. Click Install. Now the Syncthing is installing onto your Windows device. Once it's done, just click the Finish button. The SyncTracer will open up. Just wait for a few seconds on this window. Then we will get into the Syncthing interface. For this message, just click No. Okay, now on the top, it will ask you to set up a user and password. You only need to set up this if you want to use Syncthing through the internet. if you just want to share the files from your home Wi-Fi, so you don't have to set up this. Here, I'm not going to set up the password, so I will just click OK. There are two methods to open up the Syncthing interface. The first method is just like a normal application. We can just click the SyncTracer desktop icon. We will open up this interface. We can also access Syncthing from internet browser. So to do that, just go to the Syncthing menu on the top. Then click Open in External Browser. Then your internet browser will open and you will have a window like this. Don't worry about this page, everything is safe, just click Advanced. Then click Continue to localhost. Now you will get into the Syncthing internet browser interface. So this is how you access the Syncthing from a web page. Most of the time the app interface should be enough. But if you have a hard time to connect with your other device, you can try the internet browser interface. When we have the Syncthing installed first time, it usually have this default folder. So I usually prefer to remove this folder and create any folder I want to share by myself. Okay, now there are a few settings we can do here. So first go to the file, then click Settings. Make sure Automatically Start Unlogging is checked, and also Start Minimize is checked. Then check the box in front Minimize to Tree, and click Save. The last thing I usually prefer to do is change the device name. So to do that, just go to the action on the top right corner, and then click Settings. Then here you can change the device name. Since this is my center device, so I will name this as center device here. Then just click Save button. Now your device name should be updated. That's all the installation and the settings we need to do on the Windows device. To install the Syncthing onto the ROG Ally, we just need to repeat the same installation process we just did on the laptop. I'm not gonna repeat the same process here, so once you have the Syncthing installed, you should have the Syncthing interface like this. As usual, I prefer to delete the default shared folder here. I will create any folder I would like to share later on. So this is how the interface looks like without any device connected or folder shared. The last thing I recommend to do is renaming your device. So just go to the top right corner, click on Action, then click Settings. Here, under device name, just put any name you prefer to name this device. Here, I will just name this as ROG Ally. Then click the Save button. Now the device name should show as ROG Ally. Okay, now let's get the Syncthing installed onto our Steam Deck. The first thing you need to do is put the Steam Deck into the desktop mode. Okay, here is our Steam Deck desktop screen. So just open up the Discover Store. Then search for Syncthing. Here we need to install the Syncthing GTK. So just click Install button. It will take about 1 minute here. Once the installation is done, then we can close the Discover Store. Now if you go to your application, you should be able to find the Syncthing GTK here. So just click the Syncthing GTK to open this app. Now we just go through this setup page. There is nothing we need to change on the setup page, so you can just keep clicking next. Now we will get into the Syncthing interface. Once the app is opened, on the top you got this question, so just click No here. The first thing I'm going to do here is delete the default folder here. I usually just create any folder I would like to share by myself. Then I will show you how to access Syncthing from web page interface. So let's move your mouse to the left top corner, then click Open Web Interface. Now the Syncthing web interface should be opened. So this is how we control the Syncthing from the web interface. Sometimes if you have problem to connect with your device, you can try the web interface. Now let's go to the top left side and click UI settings. Here we need to check the first and second box here, and then click Save. That's all the settings we need to do in the desktop mode. The Syncthing will automatically start in the background from desktop mode. Now let's make this happen from the gaming mode. So we also want to make sure the Syncthing is running as background from the gaming mode. To make this happen in the gaming mode, you need to use Deck Loader plugin. So I'm assuming you already have Deck Loader installed on your Steam Deck. all you need to do is to go to your Deck loader and search for Syncthing here. You should find this plugin called Syncthing, so just install this plugin. This plugin will allow the Syncthing running at the background from the gaming mode. Once the plugin is installed, just go to the Syncthing and then go to the settings. Here, make sure you turn on Start Syncthing automatically. Make sure this feature is turned on, otherwise the Syncthing will not start automatically from the gaming mode. That's pretty much all the setting we need to do on the Steam Deck. Now I will show you how to connect each device to the center device. Before we link any device to the center device, make sure the Syncthing software is opened on all your devices. Then from your center device, go to Remote Device section, click Add Remote Device. Most likely your device will show up in the nearby device. If they are not show up in the nearby device, then you have to type in the device ID into this box here to make connection with your center device. As you can see, I have two nearby devices show up here, so one of them is my Steam Deck, the other one is my ROG Ally. All I need to do is click on this freaking long device ID and then click Save. Now under the Remote Device section, you should have a new device. I think this is my Steam Deck. Now let's look at my Steam Deck's screen. As you can see, we got this connection request from my center device. So here we just have to click Add. Now we will get this window. Here just click Save. You can also click Accept Center Device from the bottom corner. If you have this message pop up again, just ignore this. Now let's switch back to our center device screen. As you can see, the Steam Deck is shown as connected on the remote device now. This means we have successfully linked the Steam Deck to the center device. Now let's link the ROG Ally to my center device. It will take exactly the same step as the Steam Deck. Click Add Remote Device. Then click on the nearby device ID. Somehow my Ally got into the sleep mode, so make sure your device is not in sleep mode. Okay, now click on the nearby device and then click Save. Now if we look at the Ally's screen, we should have this request from the center device. So here just click Add Device. Then click Save. Now let's put the Ally back. Now if we back to our center device screen, the ROG Ally should show connected. If you have more devices to connect with the center device, just repeat the same step I just did. This is pretty much of how to link each device to the center device. Okay, once we have all the devices linked to the center device, now I will show you how to create the share folder for the PS3 emulation, Switch emulation, and also I will show you how to share files between the center device to the Steam Deck and ROG Ally. So after this section, you should be able to share any files between all the devices. First thing I am going to do here is to create the share folders. So here I will create a share folder for my PS3 emulation. I will call it PS3 Save Share. You can create this folder anywhere on your device. It doesn't have to be on the desktop. Then I will create the second folder for the Yuzu Switch emulation. I will call this folder NS Zelda Save Share. Just remember, for the Switch emulator, each game should have its own share folder. So this folder will be dedicated to my Zelda game. Then I will create the third folder and I will name this folder File Share Steam Deck. So I will use this folder to transfer files between my Steam Deck with the center device. The last folder I am going to create here will be File Share for the ROG Ally. Of course, you don't have to follow how I name those folders here. You can name anything you want. Okay, now we have all the shared folders created on our center device. Next, I am going to share all the folders we just created with devices that are linked to the center device. First, I will set up the PS3 Save Share folder. From the Syncthing, click Add Folder here. Then we will get this window. Inside the folder label, just give a name to this share. Here I will just name it PS3 Save Share. Then inside the folder path, click the browser button. Then navigate to the PS3 Save Share folder we just created before. And click Select Folder. Then go to the Sharing tab. On this page, you will see all the devices that link to the center device. So here I will select ROG Ally and Steam Deck. So basically I want to share this folder with both devices. Under File Versioning tab, I don't recommend to do anything here. Same for the Ignore Patterns. Then just go to the Advanced tab. Make sure the folder type set to Send and Receive. So when you set the folder type to Send and Receive, this means this folder will receive any update from other device. It will also send the updated file to other device. Then we can click the Save button. Under the Folders tab, now we should have the PS3 Save Share folder here. And then let's move to our Steam Deck screen. As you can see on the Steam Deck, we got this request from our center device. So just click Add here. Now we will get a window like this. On this page, we have to fill the path section. You can click the browser button and then navigate to your PS3 Game Save folder. But here I will just do a quick way, so I will just go to my EmuDeck RPC S3 save folder and copy this address from top. And then go back to the Syncthing and paste this address to the path section. Then make sure you check Monitor File System for changes. Make sure you check this one, so the video I'm showing here is wrong. The Send Only folder and Receive Only folder should be unchecked. Then just click the Save button. Now the Steam Deck PS3 Emulation Game Save file folder is now linked with the center device. Then let's move to the ROG Ally. On the Ally, we should get the same request, so just click Add. Then we just have to fill the folder path section. So here you can click the browser button and then navigate to your PS3 Game Save on the ROG Ally. So here just make sure you select the correct PS3 Game Save folder. Then just click Select Folder. Then click Save. Now the PS3 Emulation Game Save files are now linked to the center device as well. So at this point, if you play your PS3 game on the Ally, the game save file will be always synced between the Steam Deck and ROG Ally through the center device. So on every device, you should see the folder is up to date. That means all the content inside the PS3 save folder all synced together. This is how to share the PS3 game save files between different devices. Okay, now let's set up the Yuzu Switch Emulator Game Save file share. If you use the Ryujin's, the process is gonna be pretty similar as the Yuzu. First, click Add Folder. For the folder label, just type anything you like. Here, I will just call it like Zelda Save Share. Just remember, for the Switch emulation, you need a share folder for each game. Then move to the folder path, so delete everything here. Then open the Zelda Save Share folder we previously created and copy the address from the top. And then back to the Syncthing. Use the keyboard Ctrl+V to paste the address into the folder path. Then click on the Sharing tab and check the ROG Ally and Steam Deck. For the file versioning, we don't have to do anything. Same for the Ignore Patterns. Then go to Advanced tab. Here, make sure the folder type set to Save and Receive. Then we can click Save. Okay, now let's move back to the Steam Deck. You will see the request message from our center device on the top, so here just click Add. So okay, on this page we have to fill up the path section. So the way we do this is open your Yuzu emulator and select the game you would like to share the save file, and then open the Game Save Data folder. And from top here, click Copy. This will copy this whole address. Then just back to the Syncthing and paste the address into the path. This is going to be a freaking long address, so make sure you copy the correct address into the path section here. If you have multiple Switch games, you have to set up multiple folders and repeat the same process. So basically each game will require a dedicated share folder for the Switch game. Once you have the path set correctly, then go to here, uncheck Receive Only folder. Make sure the Monitor File System for changes is checked. Go to the file versioning. Here I will keep that simple and keep this number as small as possible. Otherwise it will take space on your Steam Deck. So I will leave this to 1. Keep version 1. I will just keep one version. Then go to the Advanced tab. We don't have to do anything here. Just click Save. Now we have successfully linked the Steam Deck Zelda game save file to the center device. Okay, now let's move to the ROG Ally. So on the Ally, we will get this request from our center device as well. Here, just click Add. Again, on this window, we have to fill up the folder path. So delete anything inside the folder path. Then go to your Yuzu emulator. Then from here, select your game and open Save Data Location. Then on this page, from the top address bar, we have to copy this address from the top. Then we can go back to the Syncthing interface again. And go to the folder path. Use Ctrl+V on your keyboard to paste the address into the folder path. This is a freaking long address, so just make sure it's correct. Then move to the File Versioning tab. Here make sure no file versioning, and then go to the Advanced tab. Make sure the folder type set Receive and Send. Then we can click Save. Now the Zelda game save files on the ROG Ally has been shared with the center device, and also the Steam Deck is linked with the center device. Now the game save file on both devices will be synced through the center device. That's all for how to share the Yuzu Switch emulation game save file. Next, I'm going to show you how to create a share folder between the center device and the Steam Deck, so we can send files from the center device to your Steam Deck. I think this is going to be pretty useful for the emulation game setup. Again, click Add Folder. In the folder label, just type anything you like, so here I will just say Send Files to Steam Deck. Then go to the folder path and delete everything here. Then I will go to the File Share SD folder we previously created and copy the address from the top. And then go back to the Syncthing folder path and use the Ctrl+V on your keyboard to paste the address into the folder path here. Then go to the Sharing tab. Here we will only pick the Steam Deck. For the file versioning, just keep No and ignore pattern, nothing needs to change. Then go to Advanced tab. Here we will set Send Only, so that means we only send the file from our center device to the Steam Deck. Then click Save button on the bottom here. Okay, now let's move on to the Steam Deck screen. Okay, so we got the request from our center device. Now just click Add here. On this window, just go to the path and then click Browser. You can select any folder you would like to receive the file. So here I will pick Download folder. Then I will click OK. Now here make sure you check the box Receive Only folder and then click Save. Now the folder should show local changes. Okay, now let's back to our center device. Here I will open the File Share SD folder. Copy this picture into this folder. Now on my Steam Deck, if I go to my Downloads folder, this picture will show up here. So that means we successfully transferred this file from our center device to the Steam Deck. So the way I'm setting this file transfer is we can only send the file from the center device to the Steam Deck, but we are not able to send the file from Steam Deck to the center device. You can always change how those folder works by changing the folder type from send, receiving, or receiving and send. That's all for how we transfer file from the center device to the Steam Deck. The last share folder I want to show you here is we're gonna set up a folder so we can transfer file from the ROG Ally to the center device. Of course, you can do the same setup on the Steam Deck. Okay, let's click Add Folder. On the folder label, I will call Received from ROG Ally. Then delete everything inside the folder path. Then I will open the file share ROG Ally and copy the address from top. And then use Ctrl+V to paste into the folder path here. Then go to the Sharing tab. Here, just check the Ally. Under Advanced tab, make sure folder type change to Receive only. So this means we only receive file from the ROG Ally. Then just click Save. Now let's move to the ROG Ally. So we should get this request and just click Add. Then just move to the folder path and delete everything here. And then click Browser button. Here you can pick any folder like you want to send the file from that folder to your center device. So here I will just pick my picture folder here. Then click Select Folder. Then go to the Advanced tab. Make sure the folder type set to Send only, so that means we only send the file from the ROG Ally to the center device. Then click OK. Now if I go to my picture folder, okay, in my picture folder I have these 3 files, so they should be already show up on my center device. Let's back to my center device, just double check. So on my center device, go to the File Share ROG Ally folder. As you can see, all those file has been shared to the center device. This is pretty much all for this video. I basically covered every scenario to set up the Syncthing. If you would like to set other emulation systems, you just have to kind of duplicate the same process I showed in this video. But if you got any questions, please leave a comment below.